Michael Jackson, who just didn't know when to stop having plastic surgery, became famous for how he looked.
As you know, I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose.
Hollywood can be unforgiving, especially when it comes to appearance. One change to your face or body, and suddenly the internet turns into a jury. And in an industry that already puts black stars under a harsher microscope, that kind of attention doesn't just fade away. It follows you. Fans become critics, critics become trolls, and suddenly looks matter more than skill. From celebrated to scrutinized, here are 20 black actors who ruined their careers with plastic surgery. 1. Kimberly Michelle.
Maybe if I had a huge butt, I'd get even bigger love. Yeah. You know, so I thought that's what I did. I did teeth, I did butt.
Kimberly Michelle walked into the music industry with raw talent and a voice that could stop you in your tracks. But behind the scenes, she made a choice that would haunt her for years. As someone trying to make it big, she got illegal silicone butt injections, believing a bigger body meant a bigger career. In 2022, speaking with Essence, she admitted the thinking behind it. I had just got a new record deal, and I felt like the bigger the butt, the bigger the career. I already had a big butt. It was just ridiculous. The person who did the procedure wasn't a licensed doctor. It was black market work, using what they called hydrogel injections. Kay Michelle told people in 2018 that hearing her favorite rapper had done it pushed her to go through with it. She thought if it worked for someone she looked up to, it would work for her too. 5 years after getting the injections, things went terribly wrong. She started feeling pain in her legs and back. Migraines became normal. Fatigue set in. Her body was trying to tell her something was seriously wrong. When doctors finally figured out what was happening, they discovered the silicone was spreading down her legs. One doctor suggested liposuction, thinking he could just remove it. But it had spread too much. The procedure didn't go as planned. She went on tour about a week and a half after that surgery, thinking she could push through. After just a few performances, she was rushed to the emergency room. What followed was a nightmare of medical procedures. She needed 4 surgeries total and 2 blood transfusions just to remove the foreign material from her body. The tissue damage was severe. She described having lumps and being very disfigured. Even after all those surgeries, she was planning reconstructive work to try to fix what had been done. 2. Jessica Dime.
I feel like getting into the industry definitely played a part in me wanting to look the way I look.
Right.
But definitely stuff pressures you into doing it.
Jessica Dime entered the rap game feeling like her natural look wasn't enough. The pressure to fit a certain image pushed her toward multiple procedures: butt filler, liposuction, breast augmentation, and lip filler. She believed these changes were necessary to succeed in an industry that often values appearance as much as talent. In a 2025 episode of Botched Presence, Plastic Surgery Rewind, she opened up about why she felt compelled to alter her body. I feel like getting into the industry definitely played a part in me wanting to look the way I look, but definitely stuff pressures you into doing it when you feel like, look, I gotta do this so I can be successful without the help of a man. Her honesty revealed something many in the entertainment world face, but rarely discuss openly. The idea that changing your body is part of the job, part of the formula for making it. For Jessica, the decision wasn't just about vanity. It was tied to survival in an industry that can be brutal to women, especially women of color who don't fit narrow beauty standards. But once the work was done, the conversation around her shifted. Instead of being known primarily for her rap skills or her performances, she became another cautionary tale about industry pressure and cosmetic procedures. 3. Michael Jackson.
As you know, I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes.
Michael Jackson's face became one of the most discussed topics in pop culture history. Media reports claimed he had extensive nose surgery, fueling endless speculation and rumors about the extent of his cosmetic work. In his 1988 autobiography, Moonwalk, Jackson pushed back against these claims, saying he only had 2 rhinoplasties. After Jackson died, his dermatologist Arnold Klein revealed more details. According to Klein, he had to rebuild Jackson's nose because the cartilage had completely collapsed. Klein also mentioned that Jackson was exquisitely sensitive to pain, adding another layer to the story. Whether Jackson had 2 nose jobs or more, the damage was done to his public image. His changing appearance became a bigger story than his music for many people. The tabloids obsessed over every photo, every public appearance, every slight change in his features. His face became a mystery people tried to solve instead of just appreciating the artistry he brought to the stage. The tragedy is that Michael Jackson was one of the greatest entertainers who ever lived. But for a huge portion of the public, especially in his later years, the focus shifted from his groundbreaking music videos, his dance moves, and his albums to what he had done to his face. The plastic surgery narrative consumed him. 4. Lil' Kim
Are hot.
Look at this outfit!
Oh my goodness.
I love how much time you spend on putting your outfit together. Did you do this for us?
Yes.
Kimberly Denise Jones, born in 1974, came into the rap world as a force. She was part of the hip-hop group Junior MAFIA in the mid-1990s and quickly became recognized for her skill and boldness. Her debut album, Hardcore, dropped in 1996 and established her as a solo artist with serious talent. Beyond the music, she was known for her colorful, provocative fashion sense that made her a pop culture icon. She inspired countless artists who came after her. Then something shifted. When Lil' Kim performed on MTV with a noticeably different face, people were shocked. The lip surgery and series of facial procedures she'd had done became impossible to ignore. Her own fan base struggled to recognize her. When the people who love you most can barely see who you are, something has gone too far. The problem wasn't that she had work done. The problem was that the work became the story. Instead of talking about her commanding presence alongside Notorious B.I.G. or her impact, on female rap, people talked about her face. The procedures seemed to take away the natural beauty and powerful presence she had before. In recent years, when Lil' Kim's name comes up, the conversation almost always turns to her plastic surgery rather than her contributions to hip-hop. That shift says everything about how cosmetic changes can overtake a legacy. 5. Cardi B.
You know why nobody told you about those things? Nobody told me that I was gonna stitch my vagina.
Nobody told you that?
No.
Cardi B has always been open about her life, her struggles, and her choices. In late 2022, she took to Instagram to share her regrets about plastic surgery, warning her fans to think carefully before doing what she did. In August, I got surgery and I removed 95% of my biopolymers. If you don't know what it is, it's ass shots. It was a really crazy process, she explained. She went further, speaking directly to young women considering similar procedures. All I'm going to say is that if you're young, if you're 19, 20, 21, and sometimes you're too skinny, and you be like, OMG, I don't have enough fat to put in my ass, so you result to ass shots, don't. Cardi's story started with an $800 illegal silicone injection in 2014. The procedure happened in a basement, far from any medical oversight. She's been candid about her cosmetic work over the years, never trying to hide what she's done. She even had a role in the movie Hustlers, where her authenticity and talent shine through. But the surgery talk follows her everywhere. Every interview, every appearance, every photo gets analyzed for signs of work done or removed. While Cardi has managed to maintain her career and success, the constant conversation about her body and her procedures adds a layer to her public image that has nothing to do with her music or her hustle. The narrative includes her talent, yes, but it's always mixed with discussions about her cosmetic choices. 6. Nene Leakes.
So I thought I'd put extra hair in so you wouldn't talk.
Well, how do you like it now?
Nene Leakes became famous through The Real Housewives of Atlanta, where her personality and drama made her a standout cast member. She had a natural charisma that translated to screen time and opportunities beyond reality TV. But when she got a nose job and made other cosmetic tweaks, fans noticed immediately. The changes sparked debate across social media and in tabloid headlines. People compared old photos to new ones, arguing about whether the work improved her look or changed her too much. The conversation became less about her television presence and more about her face. Every red carpet appearance got scrutinized. Every interview included questions or comments about her appearance. For someone who built a career on being bold and unapologetic, having her cosmetic work become the dominant topic must have been frustrating. But that's what happened. 7. Wendy Williams.
Wendy, how are you?
Oh my God.
You look.
Wendy Williams built her career on being direct, bold, and unfiltered. As a radio host turned daytime talk show star, she made a name for herself discussing celebrity gossip and personal topics others wouldn't touch. So when she revealed details about her liposuction, it fit her brand of transparency. But the revelations caused heavy discussion online and in tabloids. People dissected her appearance, her body changes, her choices. For someone who spent so much time discussing other people's business, having her own cosmetic procedures become the topic was a strange role reversal. The liposuction talk became part of her story. Every time she appeared on camera, people analyzed her body, looking for changes or evidence of more work. 8. Tamar Braxton.
Beautiful. Oh, I love that.
Listen, I absolutely still love television. And not just, as talent, but, as a producer and also a show creator.
Tamar Braxton came from a famous family and had talent in her own right. As a singer and reality TV personality, she had opportunities to showcase her abilities. But when fans noticed facial adjustments, the criticism came quickly. Social media lit up with comments about her changing appearance. People posted comparisons, debated what procedures she'd had done, and questioned why she altered her natural look. The adjustments became a bigger talking point than her music or her television appearances. For Tamar, the cosmetic work shifted the conversation. Instead of being discussed for her vocal ability or her personality on screen, she became another celebrity whose plastic surgery dominated the headlines. The changes were noticeable enough that they became impossible to ignore. And once that happened, the narrative around her changed. 9. Vivica A. Fox.
Did she? Baby. Wow. Well, I'm telling you, this woman is amazing. But I want to also compliment her hair tosses.
Vivica A. Fox had a successful acting career with roles in films like Independence Day and Kill Bill. She was known for her beauty and her talent on screen. But as she got older, changes to her hairline and facial tweaks became frequent gossip topics. People noticed the shifts in her appearance and talked about them endlessly. Every red carpet photo got analyzed. Every interview included subtle or not so subtle references to her cosmetic work. The conversation moved away from her acting roles and toward her face and hair. For an actress who had built a solid career over decades, having her plastic surgery become the dominant topic must have been frustrating. But that's what happens when the changes become noticeable enough that they're all people want to discuss. 10. Ray J.
So, revenge porn, you know where that's at?
No, I don't even know what that even means.
Come on, Cam.
Us.
Cam.
Ray J is known for many things. His music career, his reality TV appearances, his famous relationships. But when he publicly shared his hair replacement surgery, fans were shocked. Men in entertainment, especially black men, don't always openly discuss cosmetic procedures, so his transparency was unusual. The revelation became a topic of conversation across social media and entertainment news. People talked about his hairline, the procedure, and why he chose to go public with it. While Ray J has continued working in entertainment, the hair replacement surgery added another layer to his public image. For someone who was already in the spotlight for various reasons, adding cosmetic surgery to the mix meant one more thing for people to discuss and analyze. 11. Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna first appeared on the iHole entertainment scene as a video model, catching attention with her striking looks and curves that made her a favorite in hip-hop music videos. She was born Angela White and worked as a dancer in Miami before moving to Los Angeles to pursue bigger opportunities. Her breakthrough came when she appeared in music videos for artists like Nicki Minaj and Kanye West, which put her on the map. Soon enough, she became known not just for her work, but for her high-profile relationships with celebrities like Tyga and Rob Kardashian. As her fame grew, so did the changes to her appearance. She was open about getting breast implants early in her career, explaining that she wanted to enhance her figure for her work as a model and dancer. The procedures didn't stop there. Over the years, she got buttock implants and extensive liposuction to create an exaggerated hourglass shape that became her signature look. Her face also began changing dramatically with fuller cheeks, plumper lips, and a different nose shape. The transformations happened so frequently that fans would comment on social media every time she posted a new photo. Some procedures seemed to work well, while others left her looking swollen or unnatural. She documented much of this journey on social media, posting before and after photos and discussing her procedures openly. This transparency made her a controversial figure in conversations about beauty standards and plastic surgery culture. Her reality show with Rob Kardashian gave viewers an inside look at her life, but it also highlighted how much her appearance had changed. After the show ended and her relationship with Rob deteriorated into a very public and messy breakup, Blac Chyna found herself in multiple legal battles and struggling to maintain her career momentum. Then came the surprising announcement in 2023 that shocked everyone who had followed her transformation journey. Blac Chyna revealed that she was reversing many of her procedures and returning to a more natural look. She had her breast implants removed and her buttock implants taken out in separate surgeries. She also dissolved all the facial fillers that had dramatically changed the shape of her face over the years. The before and after photos she shared were stunning, showing just how much the fillers had altered her facial structure. She explained that the decision came from a spiritual awakening and a desire to embrace her natural beauty. However, the damage to her career had already been done in many ways. The years of focusing on her physical transformations had overshadowed her other talents and business ventures. 12. Monique. Monique's name came up through the comedy circuit, performing stand-up and eventually landing her breakthrough role on the sitcom The Parkers, where she played Nikki Parker for 5 seasons. The show was hugely popular and made her a household name. She was celebrated for her comedic timing and her confidence as a plus-size woman in an industry that often marginalized larger bodies. Her career reached new heights when she took on a dramatic role in the film Precious, directed by Lee Daniels. She played an abusive mother in a performance that was raw, powerful, and completely different from her comedic work. The role earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, making her one of the few comedians to successfully transition to serious dramatic acting and receive the highest recognition in the industry. But behind the scenes, Monique was dealing with conflicts in Hollywood that would eventually impact her career significantly. She spoke out about being underpaid for Precious and about the lack of support she received from the studio during awards season. She refused to promote the film internationally without additional compensation, which led to her being labeled as difficult to work with. During this same period, people began noticing changes in her appearance. Photos from different years showed what looked like alterations to her face, particularly her nose and cheeks. Some observers thought her nose looked narrower and more refined than in earlier pictures, while her cheeks appeared higher and more defined. The rumors about plastic surgery began circulating online, with people creating comparison images and discussing whether she had work done. Monique addressed these rumors directly and firmly, denying that she had any plastic surgery. She explained that she had lost weight over the years, which naturally changed the shape of her face. She also pointed to makeup techniques, lighting in photos, and the natural aging process as reasons why her appearance might look different in various pictures. She expressed frustration that people were focusing on her looks rather than the important conversations she was trying to have about inequality and mistreatment in Hollywood. The speculation didn't stop despite her denials. The constant discussion about her appearance became exhausting and detracted from her efforts to address serious issues in the entertainment industry. Whether the rumors were true or not became almost irrelevant because the conversation itself became part of her public narrative. Her career suffered significantly during this period, and she went years without major film or television roles. 13. Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton emerged in the early 1990s as one of the most distinctive voices in R&B music. Her deep, sultry voice set her apart from other female singers of the era, and her debut album produced multiple hit singles that established her as a major star. Songs like Breathe Again and Another Sad Love Song showcased her vocal ability and emotional delivery. She won Grammy Awards and sold millions of albums, becoming one of the most successful artists of the decade. Beyond her music, Toni was also recognized for her beauty and style. She appeared on magazine covers and was considered a fashion icon, known for her elegant looks and sophisticated image. Her appearance was part of her brand, and she always looked polished and glamorous, whether she was performing or attending events. Over the years, observant fans began noticing that her nose looked different in newer photos compared to images from early in her career. The changes were subtle but noticeable enough that people started quietly speculating about whether she had gotten a nose job. Her nose appeared more refined and narrower, with a slightly different shape than what was seen in her earlier music videos and photo shoots. Toni eventually addressed the rumors herself, confirming that she had indeed gotten rhinoplasty. She explained that she had a deviated septum that was causing breathing problems, and while she was getting it corrected for medical reasons, she also made cosmetic adjustments to refine the shape of her nose. The admission surprised many longtime fans who had grown up listening to her music and watching her career develop. Some felt disappointed that she had altered her natural features, believing she was beautiful before any procedures. Others understood her decision and appreciated her honesty about it. The nose job didn't damage Toni Braxton's career in any significant way. She continued releasing music, performing, and maintaining her status as an R&B legend. 14. Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks broke barriers in the modeling industry, becoming one of the first African-American women to appear on the covers of major fashion magazines like Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue and the Victoria's Secret catalog. She walked runways for the biggest designers and became one of the most recognizable supermodels of the 1990s. Her success in modeling led to opportunities in television, and she created and hosted America's Next Top Model, which ran for multiple cycles and became a cultural phenomenon. Throughout her television career, Tyra positioned herself as an advocate for natural beauty and self-acceptance. On America's Next Top Model, she would often give contestants advice about embracing their unique features and being confident in their own skin. She talked about her own insecurities and encouraged young women to love themselves despite the pressures of the beauty and fashion industries. Given this history of promoting natural beauty and self-confidence, it came as a major surprise when Tyra revealed that she had gotten a nose job early in her modeling career. She made this admission during an episode of her talk show where the topic of cosmetic procedures came up. She explained that she had the rhinoplasty done before she became famous, wanting to refine her nose to help her modeling career. She felt that the change would make her more marketable and give her better opportunities in the competitive fashion industry. The confession created an immediate contradiction with the image she had built over years of encouraging women to accept their natural appearance. Critics and fans alike pointed out the EICB's hypocrisy of preaching self-love while having secretly altered one of her own features. 15. Trina broke into the hip-hop scene in the late 1990s with her feature on Trick Daddy's single Nan, where her bold and explicit lyrics immediately set her apart. She embraced a provocative image and unapologetic attitude that earned her the nickname the Baddest Bitch, which became her brand. Her debut album, D.A. Baddest Bitch, was released in 2000 and established her as a force in Southern hip-hop. She continued releasing music throughout the 2000s and 2010s, maintaining relevance in a competitive industry. From early in her career, Trina's appearance was a significant part of her appeal. She was known for her glamorous looks, confident presentation, and sex appeal that matched her lyrical content. However, as years went by, fans began noticing substantial changes in both her face and body. Comparison photos from different eras of her career showed dramatic differences that went beyond normal aging or weight fluctuations. Her nose appeared smaller and more refined, her cheeks looked fuller, her lips were noticeably plumper, and her body proportions seemed to change significantly. The speculation about plastic surgery became constant in online discussions about Trina. Hip-hop forums and social media platforms would regularly feature threads analyzing her transformation, with people posting side-by-side photos from different years. Some changes appeared to be enhancements like breast implants and buttock augmentation, while other changes seemed to involve facial work, including possible rhinoplasty, cheek implants or fillers, lip injections, and possibly chin or jaw work. In some photos, she looked almost unrecognizable compared to her earlier appearance. Trina never fully addressed or confirmed the extent of her procedures in any comprehensive way. While she occasionally made vague comments about taking care of herself or looking good for her age, she didn't provide detailed explanations about specific surgeries or treatments. 16. Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav, born William Jonathan Drayton Jr., became a hip-hop icon as a member of the legendary group Public Enemy. His role as the hype man complementing Chuck D's serious political lyrics made him an essential part of the group's dynamic. He was known for his high-energy personality, his signature oversized clock necklaces, and his wild stage presence. Public Enemy released groundbreaking albums like It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back and Fear of a Black Planet that are considered classics in hip-hop history. After his time with Public Enemy, Flavor Flav found renewed fame through reality television. He starred in The Surreal Life and then got his own dating show, Flavor of Love, which became a massive hit for VH1. Throughout his early career and into his reality TV days, one aspect of his appearance became increasingly problematic: his teeth. Years of hard living had taken a serious toll on his dental health, with missing and damaged teeth that were visible whenever he smiled. Then came a dramatic transformation that shocked people who had known Flavor Flav's appearance for years. He underwent extensive dental work that completely changed his smile. The damaged and missing teeth were replaced with what appeared to be a full set of veneers or implants, giving him a bright, complete smile that looked radically different from before. The change was so extreme that photos of his new teeth went viral, with people hardly believing it was the same person. The before and after images became internet sensations, shared widely across social media platforms, and featured in articles about dramatic celebrity makeovers. People created memes and jokes about the transformation, though many also acknowledged that the dental work was probably necessary for his health and quality of life. 17. Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia Bailey had a successful modeling career that included working with major brands and magazines before she joined the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta for its third season. Her modeling background meant she was already comfortable in front of cameras and accustomed to the beauty standards of the fashion industry. On the show, she quickly became known for her elegance, her modeling school business, and her willingness to be vulnerable about her personal life. What set Cynthia apart from some other reality TV personalities was her openness about cosmetic procedures. She didn't try to hide that she had work done or pretend that her appearance was entirely natural. During her time on the show, she openly discussed getting breast augmentation and actually documented the procedure on television, with cameras following her to consultations and showing parts of her recovery process. This transparency was unusual for reality television at the time, where many cast members would show up with obvious changes to their appearance but refuse to acknowledge they had work done. Cynthia's willingness to be filmed going through the process made for compelling television and sparked extensive discussions among viewers. Some people appreciated her honesty and felt it was refreshing to see someone acknowledge cosmetic procedures rather than pretending they woke up looking different. However, not everyone viewed her openness positively. Critics argued that by featuring her plastic surgery so prominently on a popular reality show, she was normalizing cosmetic procedures and potentially influencing viewers to think they needed surgery to look good. On one hand, her willingness to be open about plastic surgery made her an interesting cast member and generated storylines for the show. On the other hand, the constant focus on her appearance and procedures meant that other aspects of her life and personality sometimes got less attention. Her business ventures, relationships, and personal growth were often secondary to discussions about what work she had done or planned to do. 18. Aisha Tyler. Aisha Tyler built a diverse career in entertainment, working as an actress, comedian, television host, and voice actor. She appeared in multiple seasons of the sitcom Friends as Ross's girlfriend Charlie, and she was a co-host on the daytime talk show The Talk for several years. She also hosted the comedy improv show Whose Line Is It Anyway? And provided the voice for Lana Kane on the animated series Archer. Her range and versatility made her a respected figure in the entertainment industry. Throughout her career, Aisha maintained a relatively consistent public image. She was known for her intelligence, her height, her sense of humor, and her down-to-earth personality. She didn't seem like someone who would be heavily involved in cosmetic procedures, as she often spoke about self-acceptance and didn't focus excessively on appearance in her public persona. However, observant fans and critics began noticing subtle changes to her face over the years that sparked quiet speculation. The rumors about Aisha Tyler's appearance centered mainly on her nose and overall facial structure. Some people thought her nose looked more refined in recent photos compared to earlier in her career, suggesting possible rhinoplasty. Others noticed that her face seemed to maintain a very youthful appearance despite aging, leading to speculation about Botox, fillers, or other non-surgical cosmetic treatments. The changes were subtle enough that they could have been attributed to makeup techniques, lighting, camera angles, or natural changes from aging and weight fluctuations. Unlike more dramatic celebrity transformations, Aisha's suspected procedures never became major headlines or tabloid fodder. 19. Niecy Nash. Niecy Nash started her career with smaller roles before breaking through with her performance as Deputy Rainisha Williams on the comedy series Reno 911, which ran from 2003 to 2009. Her comedic talent and larger-than-life personality made her a standout on the show. She later starred in the sitcom The Soul Man and had a major role in the dark comedy series Claws, where she played Desna Sims, a nail salon owner involved in criminal activities. Throughout her career, Niecy was known for her curves, her confidence, and her celebration of being a full-figured woman in Hollywood. She often spoke about body positivity and encouraged women to love themselves at any size. She was also known for her glamorous style and her ability to look stunning on red carpets and at events. As years went by, fans began noticing that Niecy's appearance seemed to change in ways that went beyond normal aging. Her face appeared smoother and tighter in photos from recent years compared to earlier in her career. Her skin seemed remarkably wrinkle-free despite being in her 50s, leading to speculation that she had gotten facelifts, Botox injections, or other cosmetic work. The speculation increased significantly when she appeared at high-profile events looking dramatically more youthful than expected. Photos from award shows and red carpet appearances would generate immediate discussion on social media about whether she had new work done. People would create comparison images showing her appearance from different years, analyzing every aspect of her face for signs of cosmetic procedures. Niecy Nash has addressed questions about her appearance occasionally, but she typically attributes her looks to good skincare, healthy living, and taking care of herself. She has mentioned using quality skincare products, staying hydrated, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle as the secrets to her youthful appearance. When pressed about more invasive procedures, she would often deflect with humor or keep her answers vague. The dramatic glow-ups she experienced became regular talking points among her fans and in entertainment media. 20. Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson grew up in the spotlight as the youngest member of the famous Jackson family. She started her career as a child actress on television shows like Good Times and Fame before launching her music career. Her breakthrough came with the album Control in 1986, which established her as a powerful artist separate from her family's legacy. She followed that success with Rhythm Nation 1814, which became one of the best-selling albums of all time and featured innovative music videos that showcased her dancing and visual artistry. Throughout the late 1980s and 1990s, Janet was at the peak of her career, releasing hit after hit and selling out arenas worldwide. Albums like Janet, The Velvet Rope, and All For You produced numerous chart-topping singles and showed her artistic evolution. She was known not just for her music, but also for her impact on pop culture, fashion, and performance art. From very early in her career, Janet's appearance was part of her appeal. She was beautiful and stylish, known for her warm smile and girl-next-door charm that made her relatable despite her superstar status. However, as her career progressed, people began noticing changes to her face, particularly her nose. Comparison photos from different eras showed what appeared to be significant alterations to her nose shape, with it looking progressively more narrow and refined over the years. She maintained privacy about her personal choices and didn't engage with tabloid speculation about her appearance. This silence didn't stop the rumors, but instead allowed them to persist and grow.